Can't comprehend it, I'm no crossover bitch. You should give me more credit. Dead it with all that pathetic talk about bread and the Glock on the block. You want a battle? Use bars on the spot. And the plot thickens when I'm kicking these.
Are we hitting this right now? What? Yeah. What?
We are hitting this. Right now. On the Spot Battle League is back with our third battle tonight, the main event of tonight. Let's get it in. MDB, what's good?
Yo, it's On the Spot, New Brunswick in the building. Shout out to 902 Radio. Look out for the Cypher, hosted by myself, Jeff, and Tanner. Let's go.
Complicated's in the house.
Yo, I battled both these dudes. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Want to thank Doolies for having us. Check out On the Spot Battle League and 44 Productions on Facebook. Let's do this. Jeff, wrap it up.
All right. Rapper to my left. Introduce yourself.
E-Money, Jim West, a.k.a. your mother's wet dream, a.k.a. Curtis apparently, a.k.a. the motherfucker who's tearing the spot up. Let's get her in. Y'all ready for a hot battle? Let's do it.
All right. Rapper to my right. Introduce yourself.
K-Flow, PEI. Let's go.
Sackville, make some noise. All right, round one of Jim West, E-Money, James Wood. Let's go.
All right. Now, Kay, today I'm not going to say nothing absurd, like you're a mud or a bird, but let's be real. Have you been in your mirror lately? Because you look like a fucking nerd, like a math whiz just knows a bunch of words. Sometimes bitches try to give him their numbers. Dummy's always there trying to crunch them first, like, he's really funny looking now, but he had one ugly birth. Like, he was so disgusted when he popped out his mother's twat, the doctor punched the nurse. No, seriously, the whole scene was such a freak catastrophe. His father kicked the dog and accused his bitch mom of bestiality. Like, if you were such a weirdo, you wouldn't fit these freak analogies. I swear, that mic's just a mask you've held in your hand. You the elephant man in this medieval tragedy. Like, your swag, your chakras off. I don't know what to call it, man. You need a witch doctor. She one hideous motherfucker. You could be like the Phantom of the hip hopper. Honestly, boys use my shit to diss me, instantly admitting it's proper. I'll walk in, tell him his bitch crotch smell like lobster bisque mixed with pig slop in a fish locker. No shocker, she took 3 cocks in one night. That triple C treatment, they Rick Rossed her. I slammed her on the rebound. She took that heat when I Chris Boshed her. He don't like that though. He's a nerd. Like, he's a nerd, man. He's such a nerd. He used to do research papers in his room when grounded, chewing on his pencil the whole time, and then buck teeth sort of just grew around it. Like, y'all consider dude a down just because he got some tunes on SoundClick, treating him like he's here moving mountains or found some sort of youthful fountain. I'll be the first to say dude got talent, but if it's me or you, well, I ain't ready to bow down and hand you no crown yet. So I'll tell you why we're different on some higher knowledge. If I was in college, shit, I'd be in the student housing, doing Valium, breaking ass like Doogie Howser with the music pounding. This loser, he'd be in the student lounge telling people to turn their music down because he's doing algebra for the school accountant. We're different and he's mad. You know what I mean? He's got confidence issues. For a while, he's been wanting to harden his image. He is that guy in all of his childhood pics. He wants cropped out them bitches. Like, I know we're supposed to be the big dogs and everything, but them chompers are vicious. Like, if we hadn't talked before this battle, I thought you were British. Seriously. Well, no, your boy 2020 created On the Spot so more people would say your flow's hot. Because you were too scared to try out for King of the Dot knowing you got the facial features of Don't Flop. Now that we mentioned Don't Flop, I was swimming with your missus on the island by where the boat docked. She said, with shrinkage, my dick's bigger than his is. That's when his missus got cold cocked. I was thinking I should be scared. Dude scared? Nah, he's hilarious, especially when he gets to beatboxing, looking like, he's here bobbing, looking like a weird mixture of Drew Carey and Steve Hawking. I was having, you know what I mean? I was having a tough time for a while explaining this chump style, but it's like $1.65, classified in apathy, all went buck wild, and that compiled this illegitimate idiot as their love child. And the worst part about that is the rough smile that came across his face when I said compile. No, seriously, how does it feel knowing I fucked your mom, Carl? And 2020 passed her off for me to fucking that rusty sunfire. No, he's passed it off for me to score like a one-timer, and there's a creation of K-Flow. Pay attention for the next few rounds. The desecration's more painful.
Check it.
Round one on K-Flow. Let's go.
I said word to Echo Advocate. Cause see, he penciled great rounds just to entertain crowds, but never made town due to mental breakdown, whom you then replaced, pal, but said his name foul, and Tanner marked a loss on his resume. Wow. So, if you're not to make it, then a loss is taken, right? Well, what about PEI, that one godforsaken night? See, Jim failed to make it, now he's got to pay the price, and technically that means you lost it complicated twice. Say you did more than me, Jay. Those are the facts you were facing, because you could call up Jay Bly to any vast destination, then the cashier will save it for his travel arrangements and show up that day and not have hesitation. So retract all your statements, because you're actually saying you can match him with bars but can't match dedication. I will agree, though, none of his battles the greatest, but Jay, at least when you lose, you don't act like a faggot. Yeah. Because you really can't take a loss, it's evident. I mean, after he beat you, you've been salty ever since. It's an awful blemish that haunts your record, Jim, so don't come here thinking like you caught a second wind. And why am I calling him Jim? This is James Wood, guys, saying he would beat me. Yep, James would try, but if he thinks he'll beat me, either James Wood lies, or like that school in Quahog, James Wood's high. So what's your angles here today? Like what you set up for Skylar, talking about testicles and wrestling tigers, but while you thought about genitals, that's generally liver, so that islanders of silence are suppressing your fire. And try to flip my shit. The air intake off, it'll make your lips strain cough until your ribs break popping. So don't dictate logic like some insane prophet, cause you will lose money like a misplaced wallet. See, I raise the bar, go the distance major. You doing what I do is only risk and danger. You can't lift the weight, the resistance greater. I'm on the spot working gym like a fitness trainer. And you called me a nerd, why? Because I'm an old school supporter, yes, like Lord Finesse, I dig in crates, trimming breaks till morning stretches, course instead of giving my veins, I'm getting A's, the more you test my core success to finish grades in vintage games, I score the best before the nest, like Mitchell's name. Say what you want, you ain't disrupting my focus, you can't budge my emotions, I hope the judges will notice, because you do rhyme well, all rough and ferocious, but what good is a punch if it don't stun your opponent? Put that in your movie.
Round two. James. Round two on West. E-Money.
All right. Honestly, I was acting foolish about my Jay Bly battle. That's true, but seriously, if any of you lost to Jay Bly, you'd be mad too. Now hold up. Picture K's face front and center on the source cover. This same day the label flops. It'll be the same day the stock plummets and goes under. He's so ugly. I don't need no tampon jokes, no. I use a Trojan to block any little flows when I wrote Kid's mother. Like that Trip song, he don't get it. Same idiot tried to get high off cocoa butter. Like, he's smart, but he ain't street smart. This retard thought Rikers Island was a theme park. He thought Sing Sing was the new Far East Movement song. Told me Corey Guns only comes out at morning cuz said dudes at dawn. I'm thinking, hold on, flow strong? Nah, I'm overkill for the flow you built like Hoover Dam on an old pond. Him and Bly both got no charm, they're both pawns. And he's like, you're like his favorite MC. Dude also likes Dragon Ball Z, you son him, you're like Goku and Gohan. Hold up, this little neutron used to like things like electrodes and protons, playing games like Final Fantasy, X-Men, and SOCOM. I guarantee his favorite three MCs are Kid Twist, Fresco, and SOCOM. He used to want to be a notorious thug with a story to tell. Where's your head gone? All that party and bullshit stopped you from trying to touch the sky, now you dead wrong. I'll hypnotize your bitch, get a juice, see, no big deal, she'll call me a new pop, and then these bars hit you so hard you'll stumble backwards asking who shot you. But then you wanted to put in work to get shit all in perspective. You still crazy blind. This your expiration. Can't handle a 2-4, but after these bars, they'll say you got 8 3 times. My 16's off the chain. Best 32 won't help you. You want to make a home in hip-hop? I'll reminisce in the thought of sending you off with no shelter. Yeah, that's what's up. My word associations are always some dope shit. It was really cool. I was doing those Biggie tracks, letting them flows rip. And then I did another part, probably sound like filler or only a bonus, but those were all flow hits, so it was like nobody noticed. Because you ain't big like that. If you were a big deal, you'd have bigger tracks. You'd have a notorious background filled out with your bigger past. I don't give a fuck. I'll be repetitive as fuck. Keep saying big till I bring Biggie back, because I'm a bigot. I don't need big words to make this a big attack. What do you want me to say, bro? You ain't don't? Fuck that. I'd even cut yayo to trade blow for dough. I'm straight, so you can quit looking at my a-hole before I have to hang the judge's case closed, get on my UFC tip, make you see colors when I rain bows. Hold up. They're saying I can't take K-Flow. That's like saying Seth Rogen gets more ass than James Franco, or that Jay Bly's the new ghostwriter for J. Cole's payroll, or that Sewer used to pinch hit for Jose Canseco. I don't even give a fuck. I'll take the easy route. Let everybody feed me doubt. Last battle y'all heard and seen my schemes come out your greasy mouth. So in the words of Cortez, pay attention next round, man, because there's some shit we need to speak about.
Okay.
All right.
Make some noise!
Yo,
Round 2 on K-Flow. Let's go.
I said coming at me with them words direct. Verses said worthy of the worst intent. It's like Link versus Ganon facing certain death. The curse, the flex, bursting with reverse effects. See, I'll jab your throat. The backwards throat would scatter both you fucking faggots. Tactics clone from that of those in Battle Toads and Double Dragon. And fucking... I don't even care. I'm gonna free it now. Watch how I do this when I beat him down. Jim thinks he's the only one can free, but he's a clown. This is me and now I am him. Kyle's the kid that's gonna fucking style on Jim. Oh, you mad cause I'm styling on you? Watch the way I go fucking wild on you. Cause you're a pussy. And I'm wondering what happened to that thug Jim. The one forever depicted on all the wanted posters that detectives were printing. Who was sent to a prison like every minute because I'm starting to think that he never existed, because Thug Jim wouldn't have been decked by no midget. He would have fucking... Thug Jim wouldn't have been decked by a midget. As soon as he stepped, he would have said he was finished and stomped his ass out till he was endlessly twitching, left in a twisted mess in a pretzel position. But whatever you didn't, and you regret the decision, desperately driven towards more, relentlessly bitching like a little pussy, cause it affected your image and that whole lifestyle that you attempted to mimic. So calling you a pussy I'll never refrain from. You're the 80s in the UK, meddling straight punk. That's the problem with our jails and the tenants who stay bunked. The pussies and real cats get sent to the same one. I mean, you were charged in the system with the harshest conditions, but that hard act you play, I see part of its fiction. How you the hardest convicted when you harbor the symptoms of a bargain and snitch with the heart of a pigeon. Time.
Make some noise!
All right. Final round. Round 3 on Jim West and E-Money. Let's go.
Alright, you know what's really funny? These guys will mention a snitching angle. It's honestly crazy. They'll also say I need a ghostwriter, but then they're using my lines and bars when they face me. But fuck it, tonight, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that usually if there's another opponent, I'd be here joking. I tell Flo he's a bum. I come out here and I show him how it's supposed to be done. Woo! No, I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing, because you're a busted flow general. No, you're more of a rusty old sentinel, a clumsy broke skeptic known for huffing gross chemicals. Your teen years, real weird. You know, I'll sum up the whole schedule. It's him alone in his room, trying to suck his own genitals. Seriously, with those habits and attributes, you're gonna need more than a dental or medical plan. You're gonna need a mess load of Electopans, Demerol, 60 or 70 grams of High Times Most Excellent Strand. I'm thinking your methods are analytical. They sound epic yet bland. I thought his track should be incredible. I guess I was scammed. I'm thinking battling me? Battling me? That's like asking the devil to dance. I got death on demand. You wouldn't look like less of a man if I whipped out an amped up electrical fan, started shredding your pans, watching your testicles land not there or there, but the next row of fans. Now, like Skilly's, your Philly, she was messaging me, willing to pay for sex in advance. I'm thinking them island bitches are rich in vitamins like a vegetable stand. Homie, you ain't got balls like that. Now, I know that's a half a jab. I only brought it back to burn this nerd because I know he thinks a lot of math. I'm thinking you're no martyr. You're more of a startled brat and a starter cat. Your balls are softer than a cotton jacket and a Barney mask. This shit's more rash than trying to wash your ass with a sharpened axe or shards of glass. You're a male mannequin. You're really hard on wax. I'm thinking I got stale shenanigans. All laugh while your car is crashing. They're declaring you had cardiac arrest because your heart collapsed. I'll be begging the paramedic to call your family and tell them they ain't getting their father back. The hell with proper. I heard 2020 helped you start out, so I'm wondering what your relic father gonna do without his daughter. To hell with it, it's irrelevant. I'm thinking we both fly, but you plane. I got cooler maneuvers than a helicopter. I'll toss your head across the room after my machete chops her, flow over like unsettled waters.
Ooh. I like that. You
He was doing some free flows. I was laughing at that shit. He's average, a bitch. You gotta master your G code. You gotta switch your shit up. Nerdy, weak, horrible. Terminology, sick, but unbearable. You're supposed to be an apostle. I don't care at all. Not one little bit. You look like an embarrassed doll, a little faggot. You need less gashes. Put them contacts back in. No, hold on. With them contacts, let me tell you, they really didn't help you. In a way, they kind of make you look like Sir Elton John's nephew. I'm thinking. Battle. My time.
All right.
All right. Round 3, final round on K-Flow. Let's go.
See, I was heckled online by the brother of Jim West. Pillhead, so for E-money he invests. Well, I hope your son of a bitch, youngest of kids, gets a touch of the SIDS and suffers a grim death. You want to talk about my drinking? I get drunker than shit, yes, but y'all got them faces that's sunken within dents, which is usually a sign, something that which says you're junkies who hit meth or your mother should drink less. And Jim, don't think I don't know about you pounding the booze at your girl's house, throwing shit around in the rooms to the point it wakes her son from the sound of it too when he witnesses his mom by her spouse get abused. Now tell us, Jim, was that sketchiness worth it? Little looking up and this a lesson he's learning. Your girl pregnant, she expecting, so the stress is concerning. Watching you get arrested for a domestic disturbance. I mean, you caught her with a smack and choked her merciless. To the audience, I laugh. It's a known occurrence, Jim. So when that scrawny little rat from her hole emerges, it will fall into the lap of social services. And since she likes to get beaten, she's a gorgeous broad, I'll take her back to my crib. Click, door gets locked. That whore gets clocked with a porcelain pot, then laid out on the floors where her drawers get dropped. Legs spread like the logo on a Jordan box, so ignore the thought, having the torture stop. Or get caught with a knife to your throat by homies Thor and Sloth and get forced to watch. But I'll record and put it on the net regardless. Title slut gets festered in her friend's apartment, uncensored, senseless for sex. She's starving. That shit goes viral and it spreads bombarding now. For name calling, she a special target. Mental starting to wander to the depths of darkness till it brings her to a point like a pencil sharpened and she offs herself like Rtea Parsons. Psych! Me bang your bitch, would that ever be pathetic? She's an STD-infected whore who's heavily possessive. Plus one look at her face and I'll be heading for that exit cause she looks like the tranny that Eddie Murphy slept with. I mean, damn, Wes, don't act like you ram fresh models. Your whole camp gets her pants wet, her clam stretched hollow. I heard she takes it like a champ, then swallows, then switches up guys like Grand Theft Auto. Update, y'all. See, Jim and his girl just recently split, and he cried about the food that he keeps in her fridge, but she's pregnant with your child. What kind of treatment is this? She's not feeding herself, she's fucking feeding your kid. See, your big mouth is what left you falling behind. You should have kept it shut, but your intolerance high. That's the thing about being a man and father sometimes, is knowing when to second guess and when to swallow your pride. I mean, if you didn't want a child or to catch no hate before you began to ejaculate, you should have grabbed Tony Schlosser by her ratchet face and fucking rubbed one out like a math mistake. It's over.
Make some fucking
We'll be back with the decision on that one in a minute.
That was a fucking.
You guys want to know who won that crazy battle? I talked to the judges. 2-1, they're going to give it to K-Flow.
Yeah, make some noise!
Make some noise for these guys.
Yeah, man, good battle, man. Bro. Yeah, man.
You in your bubble, my whole life I had cause point and saying, boy, you're trouble. So it's safe to say your 360 happened from popping pills, illegal pills, putting dime bags of coke in the knapsack, wrapping a napkin. Burn my keep and I burn the weed, but at first it didn't really occur to me. Hard currency had me blind, I was an